There you go. Like giving it wrong. He keep going back and forth. Like he's like, okay, am I doing it too fast, or am I like, I don't know. Let me move it back. Oh no. I'm gonna keep it right there, locking 100. But no, what if it come back and what if it come down and hit me out? What if it come down and hit me out at 100? I don't want to be. I want this whole 191. Yeah, nigga. It's your bro Low, and I'm bringing you guys another saucy video. But yeah, as you guys can see, we made $400 today. Very, 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 very great day. And you know what I'm saying? What can I tell you? We also got approved for the payout. Yeah, let's go. We got approved. Y'all can't say Apex is like they're scams and shit, because I just got approved for 2 payouts. So niggas who ain't getting approved, bro, you need to make sure you're in your consistency rule, you following the consistency rules, and stop being a fucking degenerate. You know what I'm saying? So a little bit of context for the day, right? I was looking at this down close candle, and you can see that price traded above it and closed above it, plus the new week opening gap, right? So this is the new week opening gap. You guys can see right here by these 2 gray lines, right? That's the new week opening gap. It closed above it. So basically, I was in my mind, right? Since we only have 7 days left of the monthly candle, notice how that monthly candle had traded to this buy side BISI, right? This FEG. So once it came into that, it basically put in my mind like, okay, it doesn't have to keep expanding for these next 7 days. It could, but like, what's the probabilities that the monthly candle has already gave a huge run lower? So it's either gonna range, or it's either gonna blow through that shit. Or no, it's either gonna range, or it's either gonna give a little small retracement, right? So going into this weekly candle, you can see that we took out previous weekly low. And now I'm like, okay, maybe we can start going into this SIBI right here. Right, so going into the hourly time frame, you can see that we created a range during Asia. We dropped lower, right? We dropped lower, creating basically 2 consecutive down close candles at order block. And then we have this down close candle right here that price was coming into. If you go to the 15-minute time frame, you have this down close candle which closed below Asia low, which is my order block. Also a balanced price range, because you can see how price closed through that area. And then we started getting rejection around here. Also, right, if you look at EU, I don't want to go to the trade yet, right? You can see that when you look at this, we have a new day opening gap right here. And I'm bullish dollar, right? Temporarily. Okay, new day opening gap. This is all inefficient, right? So from here to this candle's open, all the way up, that was all inefficient. Then we got buy side right here running up into it, right? Sell side coming down right here with this down close candle, and then buy side again, right? Giving this a buy side delivery, right? So you can see, but when you go here, this is what's left of the inefficiency. There's no down close candle going through this range right here. So this needed a down close candle body. So the context for the trade, which dollar, I'm thinking it could go higher. And then also I'm looking at EU could go lower. You also have this up close candle, which is an order block, right? And I'll show you guys exactly the entry that I took. All right, so basically we're gonna start off with the EU trade. I took 2 trades today. We're gonna start off with the EU trade. Basically just risking for 4 micros, right? Looking for it to go lower from that order block. Remember that order block, Asia, right? Just looking at it to start extending lower. I didn't need no smaller time frame confirmation. I just got in right on the 30-minute. 15-minute is already a good PDA rate. It's above midnight open price, way above. We're spending way above, right? So I'm entering at a good efficient price for us to potentially get down into here. And remember, give that make this range efficient now, right? So we're just getting good rejection right here. The trade was looking good, even the gap lower right here. I'm just looking at that inversion FEG right here to hold price and see if we could keep expanding lower. And I had annotated if this was an order block or not with a question mark, because I wanted to see how fast we get down into that, and then do we use that range again to keep expanding, right? So yeah, man, it was a good day. Good, really felt like some very good price action today. Nothing too weird, nothing too crazy. Everything was just moving the way it should. So you can see that we finally got, we're basically still reacting inside of this range. We kind of reacted inside of this range for a good minute. It didn't really start moving until a specific time, I think after the news started coming out. Right, so during that news, that 9:45 news, I wasn't anticipating this to be like it to do a manipulation, because I feel like the manipulation already happened and we already did what we were supposed to do inside of this range, right? So you can see we finally got a candle body close through that inefficiency. So now, and then we also have a change in state delivery by trading below that up close candles range, right? So you can see we up $40. I also took this on the TFT account. We moved really fast. I'm not gonna lie. We started moving very fast. I was getting ready to, you know, maybe take some partials off, take it off at 200, because I only wanted to make like 200 today. If it got to 200, I was just gonna take it. All right. So you can see, still using that, came up, and then boom, I just took it right there. And I took it on both of the TFT account, the Forex account, and the prop firm account. So you can see, hit the TP, and then boom, it was just, that shit was finished. That shit was done with, right? So we could go ahead and get into the context of the second trade, all right? So for the second trade, we had took ES, and to start off, right, basically after what happened with this daily candle basically taking out this low, and then we expanded above the new week opening gap high, and we actually gapped above there. Looking at the weekly candle, what was more probable for me to, what draw was it? It was the previous weekly high, right? So I started off the day bullish, and I wanted to see price go higher, right? But when you look at price, here's a good amount of context, right? Here's Asia, here's that gap. This is inefficient to me, right? So I only want to really be a buyer below Asia, right? Only below Asia. So when price is just expanding higher, there's no buy for me here. I have to sit on my hands. I can't be a buyer. I have to miss this move, because I'm not getting in at an efficient price, because it's way above midnight open price, right up here, right by 8 o'clock, because 8 o'clock is usually the time that I started trading at, right? 8 o'clock. And then also, what is there? Okay, you have Asia low, you have a inefficient range, and then what else? There's no significant run on liquidity. So what does that mean? That means that retail is basically trailing their stops, and they've been buying since Asia, right? And they've been buying and trailing their stops right under these lows. So as prices going higher, this is not a buy for me or anything inside of here, because I want to be in at a discount. I want to be in at an efficient range, at least by midnight open price. But you have this against me. Like, I'm not gonna, even though I want to buy towards the previous weekly high, I have this against me, this and gap risk, right? And then Asia's just sitting there, and then all of this against me, right? I also hit 2 standard deviations of this Asia range. So now the probabilities of this even expanding higher is more so against me, because it's not very probable for price to reach 4 standard deviations, 3 standard deviations. It's not as probable. You know what I mean? So buys right here are not high probable. You get what I'm saying? So what did I do with all this in line? We took out the previous weekly high, and then NQ did not take out the previous weekly high, but it did take out the previous daily high. Also, YM took out the previous daily high. So there's a little bit of SMT going on here, right? We also hit a certain point on YM on the previous weekly range, right? A key level, which is 75%. So without all that being said, let's get right into the trade that I took. All right, so here's the second trade that I took on ES. Basically getting in at this inversion FEG, looking for that macro to expand lower, and guess what? Take out who? The niggas who are trailing their stops. They're done. They are my liquidity. You know what I'm saying? They're done with. Low is trading right now. They're done. You know what I'm saying? So basically got in at this inversion FEG. I'm not worried about this little pullback or whatever because I'm playing with probabilities. What's the probability of this continuing up going to 3 standard deviations? It's really not that high probable. What's the probability after it closes through this inversion FEG that this is going higher? Not that probable that it's going higher. So everything was in line for sales right here. Right? So looking at that FEG, expecting price. I'm looking at, so right here, I was waiting. The reason why I went to the 15-minute chart is because if this is expansion and this was the immediate rebalance, I'm looking at how this daily candle closed. I mean, the 15-minute candle closed. And it closed below that 15-minute low, but I want to see this next one kind of stay above the consequent below the consequent encroachment and start expanding towards this 15-minute low, right? And see if we could get a close. So that's all I was looking for. That's why I managed my stop above here, because it was a immediate rebalance. Once you started expanding towards that 15-minute low, I didn't want to see it come back up here, right? So I just wanted to see us quickly get to the objective. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So yeah, just basically talking it out right here. That's why you see all that movement and shit. But I was ready to close it at 200. Close it at 200. Didn't need all that. Didn't need the low hang, all of this. Didn't need all for it to reach down in here. I'm taking my shit. You know what I'm saying? $400. What can I tell you? Listen, right after payout, pretty good. Pretty good right after payout. You know what I'm saying? A really, really good start. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's it. That's the trades that I took today. I hope you guys enjoyed those trades. We can go ahead and get into a small little reaction video. Fuck it, why not? We are reacting to Diego Barrera trades. He's the biggest winning trade of the month. Let's see how this go. You know what I'm saying? Let's see it.
Doing today, man. We just hit the data low on ES. I'm looking for a data low to data high trade here, man. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know if I'm gonna take it on my Alpha Futures combine. Use code Diego if you want. You don't have to, obviously. Or if I'm going to take on the XFAs. I haven't traded the XFAs this whole week, which has been a drag, right? Almost a week since we have. If we don't trade today, it'll be a week. So I want to, but this price action is just sketchy, dude.
Wait, Diego, did you take a trade live on here?
So
oh, shit.
My plan was
Let me
to
find
take
out,
a data
bro.
low inversion. So I'd probably take an inverse of this 2-minute gap right here.
Yo, why did this shit just get blurry? Okay.
I want to see some sort of nice structure, right? We have this 15-minute gap here that we're going to soup this low inside. But if we want to dig lower, right, that's cool too. But yeah, I want to make this a live video, man. I really enjoy these live videos, so try and do them every once in a while.
Man, he giving us a little live trade.
I'm kind of anticipating getting something, if I'm being honest.
See, Diego, let me find out you taking this live trade, because I was like, where the fuck is the trade? On my last one, the last video.
Obviously, I don't know. If I don't get anything, I'll probably just record a regular video later. So we'll obviously see, right?
I fuck with this.
If we take a trade, it'll be in the title.
I fuck with this.
If we don't take a trade, then probably what doesn't get uploaded. Not because, just because it doesn't make for any content. But if we lose or win, right, the video's gonna get uploaded. But so here we go, man. So we have equal highs on the 4-hour. Obviously, super bullish, right? I guess I should go over that, right? Super bullish, right? We had that 300-point gap we haven't filled, which is a little bit sketchy, but we have all these targets to finish the market maker buy model. So I wouldn't be surprised if we continue higher, right? We've just been trending overnight, but I did want to see some sort of pullback to go long. So this is nice here.
You guys see the difference? Like, you see the narrative that I built up from my trade compared to what majority are thinking? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's the narrative.
To then take out this high. We have equal highs here, so yeah. But SMT with ES at this high right here. ES has already swept this high, so we have to be careful of that, right? But yeah, man.
There was a lot, bro. Mind you, like, I be trading with my homies too. And there was a lot of people that actually was looking to take this buy, and that's why I went in short.
I really wish that we had a different area. Maybe we could get a CISD, but we don't. So I don't mind the fact that we could make an SMT with this low right here. I wouldn't mind seeing this with ES and NQ. ES hasn't taken it. On the alpha futures, I think I'm going to be pretty aggressive. I'm going to take this as a 15-second change of state delivery on the alpha futures, just a starter position here. How much would this be? 150 points. So we're going to take a starter position on 1 micro if we get this, and then we're going to add to it, obviously. Change of state delivery. So we're going to get in 1 micro
Order
contract
filled.
pair on this alpha futures. And yeah, just tight stop loss because I'm anticipating.
I'm not gonna lie. I fuck with I fuck with this a bit. This part.
Go right away, right?
The
This is
idea.
really,
I
really
fuck with the
intriguing.
idea.
But
That's asking for a lot though. Yo, Diego, that's asking for a lot though. Yeah, but I like the idea of this trade. But
15-second change of state delivery after sweeping the low, right? It's a very aggressive entry, but it could work. And if we don't get anything else, right, at least we got that. We're risking $56, so I'm more than happy with that.
and the risk management is kind of smooth. I ain't gonna lie. The risk management, okay. I fuck with it, Diego.
Yeah, that's
fuck
just
with
for
it.
the meantime, right? But obviously, I hope it works. But I do want to get a better entry for my real account, maybe. But I don't know. Maybe I just add to it if we inverse up here. Would be the plan. So far, this is a good reaction. This low would be $68. Guess we could leave it there. Let's see how it's kind of reacting. Instantly ran through, so
I think I was short around here.
yeah, we'll just wait. Instantly getting ran through here, which is cool, right?
Yes.
This gives us a better change of state delivery if we get stopped out here. But yeah, we'll see. So it's gonna stop us out right there. Again, that was a really aggressive early entry, right? I saw the sweep, I saw the reaction, I wanted to get in early, right? But we did on the combine. Cool with the risk.
Okay.
Really wanted to see us just continue there. So I'm going to tighten the stop up again because that should be the immediate rebalance, especially if we inverse this 15-second right here. Or we'll keep the risk here in place, and then we're going to tighten the risk if we get this inverse. So just let it do its thing, right?
Order filled.
Stopped out there. Again, not upset at all, right? We knew it was early entry, but giving ourselves the chance. So now we have the potential of a better change in state delivery right here, right? This will be a way better change in state delivery right here on the 1 minute. This is something I'd actually be looking to take on my XFA potentially, right? And we do have an SMT with the lows technically, so it might not hold, but
So I wonder if he switched his bias because he said biggest winning trade of the month. So yeah, he probably switched his bias.
But yeah, we're not in a rush to force anything on the XFA. We're not in a rush to make this back either. We had a really, you guys didn't see it on YouTube, but we had a really nice trade actually yesterday after the video.
All right, hold on. Let me
It
see.
looks like a lot because
All right.
partial, but if you guys go to my Twitter, you'll see the trade I took. And I scaled that for 100 points on 1 micro, so really good day there. Or really, maybe a little bit more, right? Target that. But we're going to take one off at the 50 points.
All right, look, Diego, don't get in too early now. Like don't FOMO in. Come on. I'm hoping you don't FOMO in on this trade, bruh. I'm hoping.
Wow.
Don't FOMO.
Okay, so we're going to try and give it a go here.
Wait for it to close.
Too big of a close, but we're going to get involved.
Wait for it to come back.
The
Order filled.
XFA or the on this account here.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's a little bit heavier. I'm actually going to sell one if we get a little pop up. If we go green here, I'm going to sell one off. Just because it's a little bit heavier risk than I want to do on this account even.
Was it 346? Oh.
Hopefully we get a little pop because I don't want to be in 3. Didn't really realize how much it was. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so we're not risking as
risk
much anymore. That's cool.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah.
380. We'll take one off here.
But what you do is you will want to close it before, like whenever you do that, you accidentally enter a certain amount that you don't want to be entered in, type shit. Like, let's say if I want to get in with 2 and I enter in 3, and I feel like, oh, that's a little bit too much, you automatically want to kind of close that, because say if it goes against you, then that's a mistake, right? And you feel, and that kind of hurts a little bit more because you made a mistake, and that can lead to bad executions on your next trade. That could lead to you tilting. That could lead, because that tilt meter, like I said, you make a mistake like this, you want to immediately, okay, if I'm entering a bad trade, I need to immediately cut it, not hope that it's gonna work out. Or like if I enter too much in a lot size, because I got burnt so many times doing that, accidentally entering in, like, let's say it's a 1 contract trade and I accidentally enter in 10 on accident, and I will hold it because I got in a little bit of drawdown, hoping that it will crawl back out. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was just a little $100 I'm losing. Nope, I'll let it go and hope that it runs up, and I'll stick to the trade instead of just going ahead and cutting down that 9. You know what I mean? So you want to practice like cutting that shit
If that's
automatically.
The amount of points, 55. Yeah, that's straight there, and then we'll leave the runner. Or what we can do is we can trail stop here. So yeah, I didn't like it for the XFA. Right, the risk is just a lot here. So I'm more than happy to sit out, man. There's gonna be better opportunities on the XFA. Unfortunately, just would love to have taken that one, but we're basing the entry off the change of state delivery. Obviously, we almost inversed this 2-minute. We haven't yet, so that's kind of holding us back. But I like this trade. We have this fair value gap to hold us and the change of state delivery, risking like 250, which is cool. And yeah, we'll drag our stop loss to break even at this high, and we're targeting this data wick, right? I like to even go underneath, so I'm gonna just target a little bit underneath so we don't have to fully hit the high, right? I do want to see us inverse this last 1-minute gap.
You know what's crazy, y'all? He didn't talk about moving his stop yet. That's pretty good, knowing Diego. Like, that's kind of a little bit of growth. The fact that he ain't try to jam his stop up yet.
And this thing, man, not being on the XFA is really nice and calming because I don't feel any real stress on this account, right? Obviously, I would
And that's why he ain't jumping his stop that quick, no.
love to win, and I don't want to lose this and be down on the day, but I don't really feel any stress. Whereas if I was on the XFA, I'd be tweaking over every single small move. So it's recognizing when and when you want to put on risk in the market, right? And again, I'm more than happy to put risk on this account here, but I just didn't feel comfortable with the stop loss, right? And that's fine, right? That's something you have to learn when you're trading is if you don't feel comfortable with the stop loss, right? And we're putting this one in here. Why? Because we're going to trail above this high. Not early though. I'll kind of go over things after this
Okay, this actually wasn't I didn't sell in this area. I think it was way higher.
trade plays out, but I want to kind of focus on this.
Yo, great trading, bro. Diego, my nigga, good trade, execution, and good risk management, bro. Because you're not jamming your stop, you're not doing nothing crazy. Besides, the only mistake that you kind of made was entering at 3. You really didn't want to be at 3, and you was like waiting to hit green to take that out instead of just taking it out off bat. You know what I'm saying? That's the only, I would say, for that can lead to more mental mistakes, or, you know what I'm saying, or mistakes in general, because you might get hit out and ego might, it might hurt you a little bit, so you try to fight back. You never know, man.
Just want to pop above this. Just want to see a nice pop here. I'm going to start trailing it close.
He had 200. He had 200. 200, 250. What are you going for? 300? Okay.
Oh, we hit the high.
He's going to take something
So
off?
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
stay close.
Tell me you take something off.
Okay.
Okay,
So we
he
got
takes
after that.
something off.
So now we let the trade play out, right? We're up on the.
Yo, Diego, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, it's a free trade, and we let it play out. So this is really cool.
Risk
Obviously,
management.
we have the potential to.
Bro, good Motherfucking risk management, bruh. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Now make the data high. Again, I like to target right underneath it just because, yeah, why get greedy, right? This is where we previous swept the liquidity, so I'm actually just cool with 150 on this runner. But you guys saw we made back the loss from here. Now we're slightly green on the day. Again, it's not like a big green day, right? A lot of times people say, oh,
Okay, so did you win that shit?
we're aim for this. Right now, if we get a close above this order block, we'll trail stop here.
Okay.
Right now I'm going to trail to there. Just about not leaving too much on the table, right?
Yo, is this a new Diego, bruh? My nigga, is this Diego? Is that really you and your body? Like you showing you a ghost ain't kidnap your body? Because this risk management is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to see us now, since we have that break even, I want to see ES
for
pop
real.
above here. ES is a little bit lagging. It has not taken out this high yet. So I really want to see it close above this order block right here. Or make this an order block. Close above these wicks even. So we got 10 seconds to get a nice close there. So that's a really solid close. A really, really good close. So I want to either see it trade barely to this and rip, or continue just ripping without. So we came back down. Couldn't quite reach it. Hopefully we just expand from here or use this right here and go from here. Now that's what I want to see. Obviously I don't want to see us even retest this low, but I'm not going to drag my stop too early. So let's see how this order block responds.
The fact that he didn't just close his trade just like this already, like he didn't FOMO out.
We also have a 3-minute gap maybe opening. And we have a nice 5-minute close here. So the next 30 seconds are going to be very important to see how we want to continue higher. Let's draw this bracket in here. So that was our original risk, right? A 1 to 1.5. And then when we targeted this high here, it was a 1 to 1 almost, so happy with that. Also happy with taking the partial there because we were down on the trade, right? So the 5-minute just opened. I'd want to see it expand higher now. And again, the blue line is where
See, he feel good because he took something off too. So it takes that mental capital stress a little bit off. Like it takes that shit off your shoulder a bit. Just like securing a payout, getting a payout. It kind of takes it off the shoulder a bit. You know what I'm saying? But this is how you want to perform. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this. Notice how he's not jamming his stop up like he usually do. He's not hurry up and trying to take his shit out. He's leaving a runner. He's aiming for a lot more than what he's risking. His equity curve performance is gonna, as long as he can stay disciplined and consistent on doing this same process over and over, like the same trade management, the same entry type of entry, the same idea. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep it consistent, bro, this nigga could, you know what I'm saying? Tell you shit.
I trail aggressively. If we can leave this order block, I'll trail my stop there. So that way
I want to see if you trail it.
another $100. If we can get above this high right here. So we need to get a strong push above this high, and I'll trail my stop.
Easy money.
ES is still failing to go higher.
Easy money.
So I want to see a strong push above that high. With some,
Okay, does it push?
lock it in.
Where he move it at? Okay. Right here.
I want to see it continue here before I lock it in.
I'll take it. Take 200.
6 seconds. So I want to see this next candle really expand here and really
Okay.
take off. I want to see it continue to really keep going here before I go break even, or before I trail my stop. Okay, so I'm going to go there. I like that reaction. And then we're going to get really aggressive here. I'm going to give it some more time. I want to see a real good close above this high. We've got 30 seconds left. And then I want...
Okay, so like right there, you know what I'm saying? You could have kept your stop like right there, like what you was thinking. You wanna what's the probabilities of this? I mean, but it's cool. You gave it. You didn't. The fact of the matter is that you're thinking about moving your stop, but you're not jamming it. You're giving it room to fucking breathe, bro. And I'm fucking proud of you. You feel me, Diego? I'm proud of you. This is what I need to see every fucking time, bro. Every time. This type of, I mean, it ain't gonna happen every time because you're not perfect. But this is what you should strive to keep doing every time, bro. The same process, the same trade management, the same keeping yourself poised, accepting the loss, accepting the outcome, bro. This is great. W video, W risk management, W trade. Hopefully you don't start crashing out though.
Okay, so now we definitely are gonna lock this in. We're gonna get really aggressive here and keep trailing each candle body.
Yep. So you locked in 24, 124, 150. Yep. Leave your stop right under that. Yep. Good shit. You locked that in. Let it go. You got 122 locked in. You already made 100. That's solid.
If we get a pop up through the blue line, I'll trail it to here.
Okay. Nah, lock in the 100. Lock in the 100. Yep. There you go. How you giving it wrong? He keep going back and forth like he's like, okay, am I doing it too fast or am I like, I don't know, let me move it back. Oh no, I'm gonna keep it right there, locking 100. But no, what if it come back in? What if it come down and hit me out? What if it come down and hit me out at 100? I don't want to be. I want this whole 191. That's when you practice keeping your stop there. And just go ahead and letting that go. Since you already moved it, your process was it should keep expanding, right? Below. So, shit, you can move it here. That's fine. Locking that 100. You already took partials up there, but you know what I'm saying? But it's the fact is...
Flip bullish on this candle. Content's kind of bad because I'm just locked in on this, so I apologize for that.
Nah, it's straight, bruh. It's straight. It's straight, gang. Nah, I'm fucking with this. But yeah, it's good that he's giving it room to breathe, bro. That's all I can tell you. This is level, good level to it. But yeah, lock that in. You know he thinking about it. Lock it in, yep. Cause you don't want to see it get here and then come all the way back.
So that's a nice pop here. I wanted to see it go now.
Yeah, just lock that shit in. There you
okay,
go.
There we go. So cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Why did I do that? Because do I really want to give up this much of the trade just to get an extra $20, right? It's not really worth it, in my opinion, right? Because easily, oh my gosh, I don't know how many times I've been in a trade and we get to here, watch, and we're gonna get it, right? But the amount of times I've been in a trade and it goes from here and reverses all the way back down, and you miss out just because you wanted one more tick of profit here, right?
Because you a degenerate. You want that one little extra $10, $20 and you'll let the whole trade come back against you and fuck you up. Like, you're dumb. You know what I'm saying? Be smarter.
Maybe we didn't even get filled here and then just rips lower, right? I'm not saying it's going to.
You know what I'm saying? Just, we gotta stop acting like degenerates.
Right? We could.
Don't be greedy. You know what I'm saying? Don't be greedy.
Maybe we didn't even get filled here and then just rips lower, right? I'm not saying it's going to. But, yeah, good executions there. And that's a solid day, right?
All right, man. That's it, bro. Hey, good shit, Diego, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and, man, call this video. You know what I'm saying? We done. I think I'm gonna just end this video on a good ass fucking brighter sunshine. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna end the video. All right, man. That's it. What can I tell? Look. We just gonna end the video off here with we just straight had everybody happy today. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the motherfucking channel. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm out.